Check
No.
the poo.
No.
Check the poo.
No.
Poo's a storyteller.
No.
How
No.
about you?
We're not doing this because then all I'm thinking of also is One Piece with Luffy's question every time he meets somebody new.
What, does he want to sniff their butt or something?
He asks, "Do you poop?"
Well, that's an important question. Are you getting enough fiber? He's expressing
Well,
care.
the cat pooped in the litter box.
Okay, good.
I was gonna say, I already destroyed one thing. It better not be destroying anything else.
Oh my God, Marcus!
Okay. Anyway,
He did not destroy anything.
what's up, everyone? I am the Kaiju no Kami here at the
Ren!
Cat. Stop.
Ren!
I am the Kaiju no Kami here at the Toku and Animation News Network with
Krelika K, who I think is going to be exiled from her home soon.
and we've got Silver Poop.
Oh, check the poo. Check the poo. Our number one concern is your number two. Check the poo.
We are here to talk about.
Well, his real name is...
Silver Quill. Actually, that's not my real name.
No, I meant...
We're telling a lie. We're lying to you people. We're all liars. Forget the news network part of this.
Ren is having zoomies. So if you didn't watch one of our previous videos, we have...
A kitty cat.
We have a kitty cat who is now our official mascot. His name is Ren Akiyama.
Don't you mean Mass Cat?
Mascat rider?
Yes, he is a rider. He's a night rider.
Anyway, we are here to actually talk about episodes 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 of King-Ohger.
Oh, no wonder it feels like we watched so much, because we did.
Yes, we watched 5 episodes. They went by pretty quick.
Because it's all one interconnected stream of betrayals and catches and double meanings.
I mean,
and then examination of the poo.
I am just very thankful that we are not trying to pretend, well, not we, because I didn't go into this, but that you two beings are not doing your thous, therefore bullshit.
Well, I mean, he's feeling under the weather. I can do it. I'm kind of on the poo phase right now. You know, it's a hard one to drop. It's taking some time to get out of my system.
Drink more water and eat more fiber.
Well, you want me to do that while we're recording?
Well, you don't necessarily have to do that while recording.
Oh, here. Do you want to drink more water? Hey, open up. Open up. Open up. Oh, dear.
But before we really get into it, you just saw that water bottle. This cat dad does not believe in punishing the cat. He just stews about it.
Oh, I'll punish myself. Oh, I'm punishing myself. Oh, look at me punishing myself. Oh, is this appropriate on television? Oh.
Okay, Cassandra.
I'm a naughty boy.
Okay, Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Moisturize me. Moisturize me.
Oh, from Doctor Who.
It's been a while.
But, okay, so, yes, this show in 11 episodes has had more story than Geats in the 32 we've watched so far, and more than Trigger and Decker combined.
As long as you didn't compare it to Dawn Brothers.
Oh, I still like Dawn Brothers more.
Dawn Brothers
No, I
has
just
that.
mean...
Dawn Brothers has that subtle storytelling that builds up when you're not looking.
So...
This one you're not really sure what's building up because everybody's playing everybody.
And just so you're aware, yes, I am hugging a stuffed animal that has nothing to do with the show that we're watching.
Love cup.
So, we've got episode 7 continues with Rockleys is wanted.
No, Rockleys is doing fine.
Or not Rockleys.
Gira who's wanted. Oh, is he about to? Cat's about to jump. Woohoo! Look at it go.
Yeah, Gira is still wanted. He flees. He gets captured. He flees. He gets captured. Then he gets captured while being captured. And I mean, this guy's been in more bondage than. Never mind.
Princess Peach is off on the side saying, "Look, I know I'm trying to be more awesome, but you don't have to pick up the slack." Anyone who saw the Mario movie understands what I mean.
But
You understand? Yeah.
man, now I'm trying to remember everything that happened.
Well, let's see here. Whoop, hello again. Basically, there was... Oh,
No!
No. You don't want to do that. You don't want that. You don't want to chew on a power cable. Yeah.
Wow, so we're even getting interruptions during our viewing.
Well, here's the thing. Oh, yes, it was the Scorpion episode. Scorpion had just shown up and blown the bejesus out of King-Ohger. The fake King-Ohger.
Yes, and then we found out Yellow's backstory about her parents dying by a scorpion's venom when their kingdom was under some attack by a bunch of bugs.
Well, punishment of the gods. So apparently the shoe gods are not always copacetic with the humans. The Wrath of the Gods was the cover for a royal assassination. Honestly, I'm pretty sure by the guy we just watched in the last episode.
So it was kind of interesting to see a little bit more about her backstory. Once again, with Gira, I feel like he is now, if we're going to go on the poo analogy, he is taking everyone's shit and just dealing with it.
But yellow is the corn, adding a sprinkle
I
of
don't
color.
want to think about that.
Are
So
you
we have-
sure you don't want to convey this?
As long as your poo is neither blue nor purple, you're fine.
Well, you see, you rely on the technology of the toilet.
Unless you have a
the-
lot of artificial coloring.
And then but you try to be stoic during the whole thing like Rita is. So, you know, as the world continues to drop.
Okay, so we've got
Oh, I'm having fun with this.
the white mages who are yellow team up with our cyberpunk experts. They're having this competition of who can resurrect their bug mech quicker. And then they all come to realize, oh wait, we need to work together to do it.
Which, legit question now. Why is it that the technologically advanced Canopsa, why are they all using laptop rigs while the yellow health people have virtual technology at their disposal? They're just plucking things out of thin air. And
Well, I wonder about that in a way, but I think the technology country is more of a gamer mentality. And while VR is around, I don't think people like VR as much for gaming as anything else.
it's true. Not yet. Give it time. It's getting there. Uh-oh. Treason! Trickery!
Nope.
Ah!
Oh, that was too
the
funny! I was
true-
waiting for him to go right into the camera face.
Nope.
Sorry, you were almost about to see the attack of Catzilla in the camera.
Oh, she got me! She got me! Oh, the kitty! So we've lost all control over this stream. We're or this recording.
Oh, hubby, are you okay?
He is down in health. He is no longer the lord of his domain that belongs to a cat.
Hubby, I hate to break it to you.
Okay, let's just get on topic.
On topic. Well, okay, so VR is not yet a gaming norm, and I
Yes.
can appreciate that. But really, Yellow stole the show as I think she needed this development more than anyone. She's the selfish queen, the
Well, yes.
materialistic. Well, here's something a bit harder hitting, in that she lost her parents and that she remembers that day very differently than the world. For everyone else, it was the wrath of the gods. For her, it was the machinations of an unknown human.
Well, and I think that is why it was helpful to have this, because all the other characters have had some sort of character development that have helped you connect with them, good or bad. Like Rita, for Rita, they have Mufin.
Move
That
which we'll get into later.
And no spoilers.
I actually now understand why Rita is more so your favorite character, because you're anti-spoiler.
They're not my favorite.
Well,
One of them, but
who's your favorite?
Yanma?
Oh, Blue.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Well,
Hold on. I need to unpack this. So, he's egotistical. He's an asshole. He thinks he's the coolest person out there. He swears he knows it all.
Right.
Why am I not surprised that this is your favorite character?
But why?
Do you kind of feel like he speaks to your soul or something? Don't.
But why have you not called us slack-jawed tanukis yet? I mean, come on. Embrace your hero.
Or Octomush.
Octomush. Mush. Mush. Mush.
Octomush. I'm just thinking that's what happens when you die in Octodad.
I haven't played Octodad.
Octodad's a video game.
I
I'm just
kind
thinking,
of got
if
that.
you die in Octodad, then you become Octomush.
I don't remember that. I haven't even seen that game.
Oh, it came out a few years ago. It's an indie game.
Ah, well, I'm not that hip. I'm too white.
That's
Has nothing to
secret.
do about it.
Oh, it absolutely does.
But anyway, so our episode ends
Come on, let's
with
have a light off. Check your elbow. Check your
Rock Lee's declaring he's going to have a duel with
which was
with Gira.
Gira.
Well,
which was like kind of hinted at by Dabowski.
Yet Dabowski still wants to pull the strings, and this really is Game of Sentai.
Game of Sentai.
Sentai, it's a Sentai. Look, they're Sentai.
Who's related outside of Rock Lee?
They're transforming. Wait. Just you wait.
Does that mean Rock Lee's and Gira bang because they're related?
Maybe. You never know. In the show, they like to have different wieners. Wiener. Now it's South Park.
Watch out! He's planning to betray you! They've been having a whole conversation in my garden about betrayal!
Shut up, dude! But seriously, everybody's playing everybody in this. So the Big Dabowski, he suggests trial by combat, and Gira has no choice to accept because they're threatening the children in front of Rita, who I'm surprised didn't just say, nope, right there.
I don't think they were repulsed enough.
It is, as Power Ranger fans, to hear the name Rita in this context is very peculiar. It tugs at my heart so. But I do love Rita. They are so unique in their approach.
Oh my god! Oh lord.
Okay, so then our next episode has...
The duel.
Well, we've got... So, Yellow gets the scorpion venom.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
From Scorpy.
The first tsundere mecha, I'm aware.
I know, and you're a huge mecha fan.
I've never seen a tsundere mecha before, but here it is before me. And Love's bitter sting is in full effect.
Well,
it's at the end of this tale.
So, okay, there's actually an Aesop's Fable.
Oh, the fox and the scorpion?
The frog and the scorpion.
Well, I hear different versions.
And in the Devil's Carnival, they actually, one of the people sing a song.
Yeah, frog and scorpion.
Sting, 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 go the scorpion's tail.
And that's all it makes me think of, is too bad there's no frog, so it could be like a complete fable.
Give it a time. But what I'm surprised at is how embarrassed the scorpion was when Yellow asked, "Is this purely platonic?" Oh, don't have it, senpai. Oh, Hideo.
But it gets better because in a following episode, we actually have a love triangle between three mechs.
And yeah, we never did quite find out how that resolved.
I feel like we have more development for the mechs here than we with relationships than we did in Beast Wars.
Beast Wars?
They're all mechs.
Oh yeah.
And then you had
Tigertron, Black and
Black and Red.
and Air Razor and Yeah, there was a love triangle in there. Cheetor, Silverbolt, Black Arachnia.
So weird.
It is. It is.
Okay.
But
Robots don't need to poo, by the way, which again, we really need to come back to that.
we will get there. But so we have the battle between Rockley's, because apparently this is a subterfuge of a subterfuge.
Of a subterfuge, I think.
Where everybody was in on it except poor Rita.
Sorta.
Sorta. And then we find out through animation that kind of reminded me of South Park with giant heads, tiny bodies.
Actually,
for like the Canadians.
It actually reminded me of that Angela Anaconda show, which was terrifying.
Never saw that one.
Horrifying.
Okay, but yeah, we have this like little storytelling of their battle, of how it's gonna play out, because they've given Rockley the poison that he can use on Gira, even though he doesn't actually use it on Gira. He uses it on a monster who's in the form of Yanma.
An infiltrator who does a really bad impersonation.
Oh God.
Gira, I'm coming to save you.
It was so. But it gets better with bad acting. But anyway, so
I'm pretty sure Yanma was pissed off at that thing.
But so we have the battle where.
Oh, we forget about that though at the end of episode 7. The bad acting of, oh no!
Oh yeah.
Gira's getting away! We are too tired from battle to stop him.
You know, it's funny, the fake acting, the intentional fake acting in this show is so wonderfully bad, it's the best comedic. We'll get to Rockley's and his acting in due time, but really when these characters are trying their best to do their worst, these actors have a fantastic range.
Well, the more and more we watch this series, I really do appreciate the acting quality of all of the cast members, because many of them, it's their first, second, or third role. They're fairly early in their career, except for Rockley's. I think Rockley's, for being one of the main cast, is a little bit longer in the tooth with this career. But it's so impressive how they've done this. I don't know if they've all gone to like acting school, drama school, or if they're just naturally gifted.
Oh, I wonder if there's like a Sentai course now.
There could be.
But it's based on kabuki, so you know.
Well, most of them have to cut their teeth with Sentai before they get anywhere. But, so we do have the conclusion of the battle where Rockley's wins, but we find out that when Rockley's hits Gira, he does it where he doesn't hit anything fatal. So all of the other royals are of the belief that Rockley's is a selfish SOB, but Gira now starts questioning if Rockley's has some other agenda.
Well, to put on a tinfoil hat, I'm starting to wonder if Rockley's is actually the most altruistic.
Well, and that's kind of, I actually...
Like maybe he had Gira kidnapped for his own good?
Yes.
Well, note that when the alliance was supposed to come together, Yanma was so proud of his technological knowledge, he wouldn't sign on.
Mm-hmm.
And so rather than just try to lean on the treaty or the prophecy, Rockley's has been playing the role of a big villain to force the other kings to group around Gira, the better alternative.
Well, okay, so it actually makes me think of, remember in The Dark Knight when it ends?
Yeah, and I'm the leader that this country deserves, but not what it needs.
Well, the hero.
Yeah.
So he decides to play the villain because sometimes by playing the villain, other heroes will rise to take on the mantle. So I wonder about that now. Not that I think Rockley's is a great person.
We don't know yet.
But I wonder about that myself.
He might be. It's kind of like what Lelouch played in Code Geass.
Where he plays the villain because if he doesn't play the villain, nobody else will do what needs to be done.
So, and really, it does seem to be in the theme of this show of everybody having an ulterior motive. Why shouldn't the guy who's not getting as much screen time get to have an ulterior motive?
Well, because in the following episode, we now have Gira having to play dead. But...
Where everyone's going to sneak in to kidnap him.
Yeah, where everybody... But I think the best response, though, was for Rita when they reach out to their assistant. And I can't remember her name. But she puts everything on the chair. She's talking on the phone. She's like, well, I'm actually off the clock now. And I'm like... Everybody else is like, whatever you say, I am at your disposal.
When they all put their swords together and then Rita does the whole, yeah!
Oh, it's not the swords, it's the hands.
It's the hands.
Yeah. The hands, but they won't touch, but Rita, yeah!
And the rest of them are like, yeah.
Bring it.
Yeah. They're like so hesitant. And I actually really like that because of the fact that's the first time Rita presented any emotion to the rest of the Rangers.
Well, that and also their headbutt of doom when Gira won't comply. Just lay down, boom!
But then, so you get to go on a tour of all the kingdoms with these side characters. And it's still funny because Yanma's dude, Gekora, or...
I have a hard time remembering all these names.
But
let's see here.
Sebastian picks on him, and he's like, but I thought we were buds.
We're bros. We were never any such thing.
Oh my god, Sebastian in that tight pink.
Oh, it was awesome.
Sneaking into the...
He looked like a character out of the Village People. I was loving it.
And then of all the disguises, Gira gets to look like a genius middle schooler.
Pretty damn tall middle schooler.
Look, if Power Rangers can say those were teenagers...
With attitudes, mind you.
Oh yeah, such attitude. Straight A students staying after to teach 5 different classes.
But they had attitude.
Oh, as they cleaned up the park.
But they had attitude.
As they taught at the gym.
But there was an attitude.
As they practiced gymnastics and followed the rules.
You can see how bitter we were having been kids in the 90s. Being told that these are the teenagers with attitudes when the two of us were more teenagers than this one was at the start, but I did not feel like any of them had attitudes.
No, there was zero attitude. There was just...
That's why I think
acting.
Zordon fucked up.
Well, Zordon revealed he was a racist, so, you know... But I digress. Oh yeah.
So after
he is dealing with so much right now.
So after this episode, we go on to the next episode, which
What we do?
Yes.
Well, yes. Well, everyone.
Which is our big battle.
Everyone got their butts kicked by Death Narok the 8th. Wonder what happened to 1 through 7. But
I almost feel like that's a holy grail.
So Gira got kidnapped from the kidnappers, which is kind of a kidnapception. I feel like we've had more episodes with him tied up than him walking free. And it's really starting to feel like he's enjoying it.
I was gonna say, I'm like, does he enjoy this?
I mean,
because there are kinks for that, I know, but...
I mean, he's tied up by Death Narok. It's got the tentacles around his neck and his arm. He's like, harder. Oh, wait, what? Harder. Fight harder. Oh. You had me worried there.
So, and then, so we got our 3 new mechs that become...
Legendary King-Ohger.
The gun.
Well, that's Kabuto becoming the gun, Scorpion becoming a wicked left hook, and Hopper becoming a chest plate that hugs you to death.
And lays,
all I know is that at first, all I was thinking of when Hopper first showed up, Bata first showed up, is the humping robot in Robot Chicken.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Because the way it was going like...
See,
No.
all I could think of is a jump to the sky turns into a rider kick.
Oh, thank you.
Because I'll do anything to get off that image. Back to the poop.
Well,
So,
we do
and
have
then
that coming up.
We
No,
have
coming down.
our rehashed monsters of the week that appear to get blown up by our super mecha.
You know, I actually don't care this early into the series if they're going to reuse some costumes.
Well, no, I'm fine with that. I'm just saying it was funny that they brought in these new costumes, like these updated costumes, just so they died in all like 2 minutes.
But here's the funny thing. In some of them, I felt like we got to see so little of them in the first outing. I got to see more. Like the sniper snail. That thing was attacking tofu when we hardly ever saw it.
See, I think it's funny when you say sniper snail.
It looked like it.
Because all I think of is Metal Gear.
Sniper snail, the slowest sniper in the entire world.
Exactly! Because we had like...
I was thinking of Mega Man.
The bullets, they hit, but then it takes like a year for them to reposition. You actually have to wait in the game for a full year
What
before
is
you can
the
advance.
other ones, like Screeching Raven or...
Oh, Sniper Wolf and...
Sniper Wolf. Psycho Mantis.
Psycho... Well, anyway. But yeah, then there was the... Oh, what was the sniper? The death, the fear, the...
Oh, the Beauty and the Beast core? Screaming, oh my god, Laughing Octopus.
No, that's... I'm talking about Snake Eater. The guy who, if you wait a week, he dies.
Oh, the end.
The end. Well, yeah, that's the... So, sniping...
I like how his name is The End.
Sniping snail is the opposite of the end. You have to wait a year in game time to actually fight them because they're still getting into position.
I could see that being a thing. But once they are in position, it's an OTK.
I'm surprised that the Metal Gear franchise has not tried to do that, to have a brand new game that forces you to wait so no one can post the full story before the time limit.
Oh, but truthfully, I can guarantee you if they had a sniping snail in Metal Gear, it would be a one-turn kill monster that once it got into position and shot your ass, no matter how much health you had, you're dead.
Or if it missed, that was it for the thing. But by God, it's not going to miss with that responsibility.
But anyways, so yeah. They become this legendary being, basically teleport all the monsters to one location, kill them in that singular location.
With a competition to see who has the best denouncement.
Exactly.
Slackjaw Tanuki, this kingdom ill needs something as ugly as you, the lifeblood, blah blah blah. No, it goes to Papillon, Rita, you get the death penalty.
Oh yes, I'm sorry. You can't be a comment like that. Everybody has like this inspirational thing. You get the death penalty, and it's like...
Well, I like the one scene though, is Rita, when the assistant pops in and starts playing with the...
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. So, really, the only thing Gira directly contributed in this entire 5-episode arc was coaching the vassals, the supporters, telling them, look, you think you're protecting, but you're really depending on these people. You haven't really asked, do they need some support? And that was really the only time he offered insight or assertion where he was being the red leader.
Well, I think, so, it kind of reminds me of, like, even with Dawn Brothers, even though you had a red leader, everybody had their own contributions. But I think of, like, Kira Major. Even though you had a red who is kind of the leader, he wasn't the actual leader, which is kind of what I feel like this series is. Yes, Red is an important contributor to everything. He's not, truthfully, the leader.
Now...
Well, you're right, there's not supposed to be a hierarchy per the legend. It's more that when push comes to shove, there's someone who's walking with you.
Yes.
In that leadership idea.
Mm-hmm. So then we get to...
Episode 11.
Episode 11.
Which is the best one so far.
well, I will say, of all the episodes we watched today, I really enjoyed this. So, one, Dabowski...
The big Lebowski.
...decides you should have a funeral for Gira to Rockley's. And Rockley's, he gets questioned at times, like that he's listening too much to Kagegiri. But at the same time, it feels like, he's like, sure, why the hell not? Especially because we get to see the funeral 3 times.
Four, technically.
Well, 4, but my favorite of the 3, truthfully, is the initial one, because being a horror movie fan. You have Gira, who decides when he's going to announce he's still alive, he decides he wants to announce he's still alive as the undead zombie of bursting his arms through the ceiling of the coffin and contorting like a zombie. And Jimeno's comment of, do you want them to put you right back in the coffin, was hilarious. Then Yanma and Jimeno decide they want to give their own recommendations of how it should be. So the first one, with Gira being a zombie, Rockley's looks scared to death like everybody else because you have a dead man. Then we get Yanma's. Because apparently, and I have to ask this question before we get to, have either of you desired to become a cyborg? Is this really a dream for all men?
No, I like the idea of being like a really badass battle suit. But that's not a cyborg, that's battle armor.
How about you? I know you love Ghost in the Shell, so did you want to be? Because if anything, you'd be like that guy that owns the corporation that's like the really...
Oh God, Jameson?
Jameson, yes.
Where would your recharge port be?
You'd be Jameson.
See, the problem with that also, though, being cybernetic, is what happens when those parts are no longer manufactured.
Well, that's when you have to get the upgrade model. We have a 5-year subscription plan for that in 7 easy installments.
But apparently, the cyborg that Gira would turn into looks like something that we envisioned when watching Lost in Space back in the 60s.
Well, the 40s, I would say.
It was basically his head.
But then we have Rockley's.
It was like a box.
But then we have Rockley's looking like, what the heck?
Yes, and the background people, or like the Trump supporter dude, is like, that's so awesome, and everybody's like cheering, and Rockley's is like, huh?
Now, actually, to divert real quick, the Trump supporter referred to as the bowler hat guy. Sorry, we're in a coughing spree now. There we go.
Should I cough now?
But he's a guy who's just like, yeah, Rockley's is everything. Rockley's is the greatest ever.
Like a MAGA supporter who has invested their total self into the movement. Rockley's can do no wrong in his eyes, and he is the main voice of the community in favor. And until we saw him,
all like 12 citizens that seem to live there.
Yep, all 12. And it wasn't until the funeral proper where we saw one of Rockley's aides and the bowler hat guy there. I was like, okay, they really are 2 separate people.
Yes. Then we have...
Man, I really need a glass of water just to... Oh, I need to punish. Oh, you bad boy. Oh.
Then we have the third story, because Jimeno decides, no, it needs to be something so altruistic and legendary and inspirational. So basically we get Gira Jesus.
Yeah, it is Gira Jesus.
And then Rockley's rolling his eyes.
Oh my God, the man rolling, he does such a good job rolling his eyes where it looks like you said.
He's having an aneurysm.
Like the Undertaker.
Yes, just like the Undertaker from wrestling. But he's like rolling his eyes like, oh my God, this is so stupid. And this is what made me, even if he turns out to be a bastard villain, this episode with all of his ridiculous overacting, I was like, I don't care if you are the main villain of the series. I love you right now, dude. You are awesome. And Gira, he is like so into this.
But then we get the real funeral.
No. Before we get there, Himeno and Yanma then ask Rita which option is the right option. And Rita's like, I'm leaving.
That's
but then...
And then they're like, Himeno says, well, sometimes you have to tell a lie because there's a show, like kids need something to look forward to. There's a lie to them to make the world better.
Moku show.
Like there's a show about, and she goes to say what happened. Rita's like, stop! Screeches it.
No, she says, ah!
Yeah, just ah!
And then runs away. He's like, I haven't seen the episode yet. No spoilers.
Which is a totally legitimate way.
And I just have to say this real quick as a public service announcement. Avid Nebula, you need to watch this one particular scene. I'm going to ask Kaiju to clip this scene for you that says no spoilers.
No spoilers. Now, funny enough, what Himeno is talking about...
God, Gira?
No, C.S. Lewis talked about.
Oh, yes.
In one of his writings, he talked about why do kids play cops and robbers, or why do you pretend to be these adult things, often in a heroic sense, so that you can grow up to become them. You impersonate in order to sort of grow into the role naturally. I've often wondered what he would think if now with video games letting you play the villain side or Grand Theft Auto. I think he might despair a little.
No, I think there's actually some value in it because it does allow someone to export their rage in a more fictionalized manner.
But the idea is that a story is not just a distraction. And in truth, I don't agree with our spider storyteller that they're just for putting kids to sleep.
Well, you agree with them about the shit talk.
Well, yes, because that is a matter of... Look, I have a book from Cambridge entitled Shit. It is about the development of cultures in how they handle waste management.
The development of cultures and how they handle waste.
Well, I have, if you want to know, I have tons of books on mental health. None of them are from Cambridge, though.
Good.
But they still get to the point and don't give me shit.
Well, this spider guy, who is dressed in pristine white, really...
He's hot.
There it is. I was waiting for that. But he asks Kira after... So I'm amazed at Kira's stomach. As he's being in this coffin, strung around...
His actual funeral gets taken off like he's a Spider-Man villain.
Like he's a Spider-Man. And Kira is just being bounced around in this coffin as they're swinging all over the place. His stomach control is fantastic. I don't know if he took some Dramamine beforehand.
Spider-Man.
But
this spider guy is equating that somehow the Bugnarok are the waste of the world, and that their terrible state is as if your poo is in distress. It's a sign that your body is in distress. As the Scrub song goes, check the poo.
Oh, God.
Check
Okay.
the poo.
All right, stop it. We don't want copyright.
On the subject of Bognaroks.
Oh, no, on the subject of poo, because we got the 5 colors to go through.
No.
Yeah.
On the subject of Bognaroks.
5 colors.
No.
Yes.
No. You've been voted off the island.
We're not on an island. We're on a cushion.
Okay, but anyway. So...
Stop hitting the scratch.
Bugnarok the 8th. Do you think that's actually him, or is he just an extension to a bigger being in the earth?
I'm betting bigger being because of the tentacle motif and the fact he's been defeated so easily.
Well, that's what I was thinking, because he was in 5 places at one time. He's always got a tentacle that's connecting into the ground as he's moving along. So I'm like, it's got to be that it's an actual bigger body. Those are just the tentacles of his body.
Actually, that's the great shock. The King-Ohgers were defeated by his dandruff. They've been fighting his hair the whole time. And those were just the dandruff flakes that kicked their butts.
Well, so I think it's kind of a combination. Like, I do believe it's a bigger being, but it makes me wonder if Death Narok is at least sentient. Like, if he is a piece of a bigger being, but has the knowledge of what he does as himself.
There we go.
But yeah, I do think it's a bigger being. I actually think if we go on, truthfully, the poop motif, that I actually do feel like, if nothing else, that it's inside of Terra. That Terra itself is alive.
Oh my god, it turns out that the castle is actually a giant toilet.
And does this mean that Terra is having a movement? You can have a moment to consider that movement. Now, you see, the black is the quality of the poop.
Oh,
the
Tim,
darker.
Tim,
Hi.
Tim, I don't care. I had to. Please, for the love of God.
Flush that thought down the toilet.
Thank you.
But you have to look out for red. Oh, I need to be punished again. Rule of threes. Rule of threes. I spit you.
Okay, so anyway.
Thank you so
And then we have
Rule of threes.
our mysterious guy
Will you stop taking out my sock?
unlocks his mask and transforms into our spider ranger.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if this was like a man in an iron mask
I was
situation.
wondering the same.
Because he can't... It looked like he couldn't take the mask off until that key appeared. But he couldn't get that until the three greater spirits came in.
But apparently he's immortal, or not immortal, but long living.
Well, he's the narrator of the story. He's gonna be immortal.
Okay,
And yet
I
he's-
actually didn't catch that he was the narrator until...
But he is third person limited.
Well, when I first heard his voice, I was like, wait, that sounds like the narrator.
It kind of reminds me of Cocker Ranger, where the guy who was the narrator actually appeared in the show, like as a character.
I was like, I'm kind of thinking of now... Die Ranger with the... No. It is also Cocker Ranger.
Yeah.
The guy with the at the seat.
The older dude.
Announcing, Mina, thank you for not voting me the worst character.
The
Goodbye."
Ragu character.
Yeah, he was fun. Why'd they get rid of him?
He passed away.
But even during the show?
No, he was in. He came back for a few times.
Yeah.
A few times, but not the whole show.
Anyway, that's because they did it specifically in two parts to mimic what they were telling, the stories they were telling.
Okay.
But anyway, so our episode then ends with holy shit moments. Can't wait for the next episode. Fights were really cool in these episodes. The theme song is starting to grow on me.
I actually really do like the theme song.
I find it's better once we've seen them actually dance to it, which is
Yes.
a separate video on YouTube.
And I agree. When they danced to it, it made me feel more connected, because maybe it's because we're programmed that so many of the more recent series have had a corresponding dance to the song, so you engage the energy of it.
It started with Go Busters, but I will always remember King-Ohger as, whoa, 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 whoa.
You mean Gokaiger?
No, Gokaiger was just the sing-along. Go Busters was the dance.
Yeah, Gokaiger didn't have a dance.
Whatever.
Well, but it was King-Ohger that had the biggest amount of dancing involved. Both the transformation, the ending theme. Remember the entire inappropriate liveness of Ryu Soldier after a character died. We just watched someone die. We're supposed to be really sad.
I know, that was so...
But just play to the song. It'll make you really glad.
Alright, so last thoughts on, these episodes. Like I said, the action scenes were really well done. Green screen sometimes was a little bit dodgy.
Still better than Zenkaiger.
Yep.
Lots of storytelling, which I was impressed with. I'm really the series is getting better for me as we go along. I think also watching 5 episodes in one shot helped.
Although the energy level, she tanks. Now, remember to eat a lot of fiber, drink water, appreciate the colorful yellow bits, look for a steady darker tone, be stoic, a la Papillon, but watch out for any bits of red. And appreciate the technology that is your toilet. That's the blue.
If it's yellow, you're pretty mellow.
If it's yellow, you're dehydrated.
If it's green, you're kind of lean. If it's red, you're dead.
And if it's black, no, actually, if it's black, you have blood.
Yeah, I'll tell you later.
Okay, anyway, with that said, what did you guys think of these episodes of King-Ohger? Let us know in the comments. Click like, subscribe, the bell notification, anything else YouTube decides to have you click on to support us. You can support us on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook, Instagram at Kaiju no Kami, Twitter, there's at Kaiju no Kami, and at Toku AAN Network. And then Twitch, Toku AAN Network. And then Creativity by Design, LLC.com. And there's a cool Kaiju no Kami store at creativitybydesignllc.com/shop. And then we've got
Silver Quill, MLP Silver Quill on DeviantArt, Twitter, and YouTube. Also, you can do a search for Weekday Puns, and you'll find a side channel I'm running.
If you decide that you want to share your poop-related adventures, please put it in the comment and tag Silver Quill.
Or better yet, on Twitter, tag Kaiju no Kami and Cruella Kasi, and describe the process. A picture may be worth 1,000 words, but 1,000 words would really break the Twitter word count. So go for that.
No stool samples here. We're good. We're totally good.
I've actually had my fair share of stool samples. I don't want to deal with any others.
Stool samples? You said stool temples.
Doodamples?
Mm.
Oh, Temple of Stew.
Oh, Gira Jeebus.
Well, you have to sit on the throne.
But with that said...
Ooh, yeah, sing the song when you're on the toilet next. You are a king, you are the king.
I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for joining us again. I need to cut this video now, or we're going to listen to a lot more shit that I don't care about. Bye!
Oh, poo.